Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Fazana. So if you're interested about minimalism and it's something you want to dabble into, please do keep watching. I got into minimalism probably about 5-6 years ago now. I actually just came across it by accident. I was watching YouTube and came across a TED talk from Ryan Nicodemus from the Minimalists, and it just got me intrigued and I started watching and it really resonated with me. And then I also started watching the second TED talk, the other half of Minimalists, Joshua Fields Milburn has, and after kind of both of those videos I was a little bit hooked. I went and found their podcasts and just listened to all of the back catalogue. And honestly, by the end of it, I just knew that it was the right thing for me and I wanted to try it out. Minimalism, I don't follow any kind of strict rules per se. I don't really kind of think that I need to only have like 50 items, like certain minimalists have. Certain things work for certain people, and I do think it's important to make sure that it aligns with who you are and it kind of fits your lifestyle. If you're an artist, for example, you might have lots of art supplies that you need to have, and having 50 things isn't going to fit your life, and so on and so forth. If you're someone who travels, you'll have lots of like traveling things that you'll need, but then you might only need to have 50 things because it'll be lighter for you to travel everywhere. And I think that's quite important to kind of keep that in mind and not follow someone else's recipe. Kind of in the last 5 years, I've tried various things. I've done trial and error and found things that work in my life and work for me personally, and I think I've kind of stuck to that. So why did minimalism resonate with me? As you know, I want to live a meaningful life and a happy life, and I think stuff, and especially stuff that I'm not using regularly and that don't kind of fit my life, feel overwhelming to me. So for example, I do love reading books, but I only have a handful of books, like kind of physical books in my life, because having loads and loads of books would just really kind of stress me out a little bit, because moving them around, cleaning, it just seems like a lot of work. Whereas having books that are probably something I'll go back and read time and time again is something, probably the only books that I would want to have in my life, in my physical space. So that's an example. The benefits I've kind of seen from minimalism, it probably started the change of my life. Back in the day, I was kind of, I was not living in London, and London is somewhere I'd wanted to live for a long time, and it was just like a dream of someday. And once I'd kind of started on this journey of like living a life true to myself, I just couldn't give myself any more excuses to not move to London, and then I did. And to be honest, it's one of the best decisions I've made in my life. I'm not going to lie, I love London more than I did 4 years ago when I moved here. The other change is I've probably got rid of like 60% of my stuff, and even the 40% that I do have, I am kind of not constantly culling, but also just like trying to find meaning in them. So like if things no longer, if for example I needed some, I don't know, outfit for work, and I no longer need that anymore, I'll try and find a way of either giving it to one of my friends if they need it, or maybe selling it on Depop or eBay, or just giving it to a charity shop and making sure that it's repurposed, rather than just binning everything every couple of months and then rebuying it again, which is not purposeful, meaningful, or sustainable. So I think that's one way it's changed my life. And I also try to buy a lot of like secondhand stuff, because minimalism also got me thinking about sustainability, and I don't really buy things from like fast fashion kind of places anymore. I try and buy good quality items that last a while, and kind of multi-purpose items as well. So if you're into capsule wardrobe, which I actually find really difficult to do, which I haven't gotten around doing it, I feel like it'll take someone a lot more organized than myself to do that. But so kind of trying to find something that works for your life, not just for like one aspect of your life, not buying things that just for that one event that I need to go to, for example, and trying to find things that suit kind of multiple seasons and so on and so forth, so I don't have to keep churning out kind of items in and out of my wardrobe depending on the season. So when I started getting rid of my stuff, one of the methods I followed was Marie Kondo's method. And the reason it worked for me, I think, is, so her process is getting all of your stuff from one category and dumping it in one place. So for example, if you're trying to cull your wardrobe and you want to do dresses for one day, you need to get all of your dresses, lump it in one place, and then start thinking about which one sparks joy. So I didn't follow the spark joy thing so much. For me, why it was good is seeing all of the stuff in one place really made me think about, do I need 20 dresses? Like, what do I need 20 dresses for? What are the reason I have each of the dresses? And it kind of got me thinking about, can I wear this dress in the winter and summer? Can I wear this in the office and outside to like a social event? And it's asking those questions and seeing how it fits your life that really added value to me in that process. I also found through minimalism my relationships got better because I wasn't kind of meeting people to go shopping or just giving people things as gifts. I was trying to get to know them. I tried to make sure that I knew them better to give them better experiences. So we were going out to eat together more, spending more time together, or even just like having more meaningful conversation in terms of like things I was doing in my life, the changes I was bringing in my life. And then more and more I kind of started to see the people around me that were aligned to my values and my way of living, and I probably ended up kind of pulling people a lot closer that have those similar value sets to me, and maybe not having those relationships anymore that weren't aligned with my values. Initially it can be a bit difficult. It might feel like maybe you're alienating people, but actually really what you're doing is living in a kind of world and surrounding yourself with people that are more like-minded. And initially it can be a little difficult, but I think as you kind of go through that journey, you'll find that actually enhances your life, and you'll find that attracting people that live that same kind of meaningful life will help in terms of improving the quality of your own life as well. And I've previously talked about living a life kind of guided by my values, and that also came about from minimalism. I started thinking about, what are my core values? What is it that makes me who I am? It made me question how I make decisions, what kind of things are important to me in life, and if I was to die tomorrow, what would I regret most, and why am I doing those things still? And I think also just generally it made me a more like a positive and optimistic person, I would say, because I wasn't kind of doing things that wasn't aligned to myself. I was kind of not seeking materialistic pleasure, and I wasn't kind of thinking about like work in a kind of from a money perspective or a status perspective. I was thinking about it more from like a meaningful perspective, and thinking about my decisions from a completely different outlook. And the people I went to for advice, for example, are now different people that people think are more willing to challenge me, because they are like-minded and they can understand the struggles that I'm facing internally. So I think those things are how kind of minimalism changed me and my life for the better. And I kind of really want to let people encourage people to think about minimalism not in a very prescriptive way, and I really want you to kind of explore what minimalism means to different people, and then kind of adapting it to your own way. And I think what minimalism truly means to me is about kind of having the clarity and not being overwhelmed by material, and like not being overwhelmed even by information all around us, and not letting lots of meaningless things into your life, so you can actually curate your life and design your life and your environment the way you want to live and the way it brings value to you. I hope that made sense. I hope that brought some value to your life. If you have any questions, and if there's any kind of particular aspect that you'd like me to speak more about, please do let me know. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe if you've enjoyed my content, and do let me know if there's more of minimalism that you would like me to talk about, and also what minimalism means to you as well. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Bye.